Hey there. Well, this video is not the kind of video that I thought I'd be making tonight. And I will tell you now that there's a dog across the street that keeps like howling and barking and stuff, so you might hear that at some point. I don't know. As you can probably see by the title of the video, my ceiling collapsed. Oh my gosh, you talk about terrifying. Oh my God. I'm just glad that I was in here because I've got like this little small space that's on the other side of this wall that kind of blocks off the little areas, because this is basically a one-room house, but there's like a small area in the front, which is where I keep my computer and that type of stuff, so it's like my main computer. So it's in there and all that. And I was sitting here and this morning when all of a sudden I heard this loud rumble sound, and then it sounded like a bulldozer was coming through the front of the house. And I looked up immediately and I saw this cloud of like smoke looking stuff that was coming in. There's some thunder outside too. Please don't rain. Please don't rain. I have a hole in my... Oh God. So anyway, I was like, oh my God. And I walked around the corner and I looked in and I was just like, oh my God. The whole entire ceiling. Rain. Great. I may have to go check in a little bit and see if it's raining inside. Okay. Deep breath. When I walked in there, there's a huge hole in the entire ceiling. Debris hanging down. Debris all over the floor, all over everything in there. I was in complete shock. I mean, I literally was just like, oh my God. I cannot believe what just freaking happened. And thankfully, I looked outside and the landlady was across the street. And so I called to her and I'm like, come, now. And she was just like, oh my gosh. So she helped me to clean up all of that debris that was in there. We had to get like all these trash cans and stuff to put everything in. And dust was going everywhere. I was trying to get to my computer, which was in the far corner underneath all of this stuff, which thankfully I have an L-shaped computer desk, which luckily the computer was under it, but I've been having some issues with that computer, which is why I got this laptop, because I have been having problems with it. And so the front was off of it and the back was off of it, because anytime I go to get on that computer, I'm always having to like go inside and jiggle things around to get it to work. So because the front and the back was off, even though it was protected by the table, it wasn't protected by all the debris and that cloud of powdery stuff, dust everywhere. So once we finally was able to dig that out and get it out, it was completely filled with dust and stuff. I mean, not completely. That's an exaggeration. I shouldn't say that. But it was covered. I mean, everything inside was just white. So I was not excited about trying to clean that up and see if it was even going to work. I set that aside for a little while because it took us a little while to clean up all of that stuff. I mean, it was an entire ceiling. And I'm sitting here right now not knowing if at any moment this ceiling is going to collapse. I don't know, because that side did. So who's to say this side won't? And so I'm like really scared that this is going to collapse too. And because it's Sunday, she was going out and trying to find somebody to come, and she found this one guy to come, and this guy shows up, and he was either totally drunk or high or both. I mean, he was just like, hi, and I was like, oh my gosh. And so he comes in, and he stands, he's just like staring at it, and he's talking to her in Thai, and they're talking back and forth. I don't know what they're saying. And then she's like, it'll be Tuesday. I'm like, oh man, Tuesday. I have a hole in my ceiling, and when you stand in there during the daytime, and you stood in there, and you looked up through the hole, you could see the sky in areas of the roof that has like gaps and stuff in it. So I'm like, if it rains, it's going to be... I hope it won't be too bad. I mean, luckily the parts where you could see the sky was over a little ways. So hopefully if there's not like a lot of wind or something, maybe it won't come in here. I'm hoping. But anyway, she was like, it's going to be Tuesday. So then a little while later, she's knocking at the door again, and she had this other guy. This guy was at least coherent. He didn't look drunk or high or anything. And he actually comes in, and he's like standing there talking to her and everything, in Thai, so I don't know what they were saying. But he actually got out a tape measure and was like measuring all over the whole house and writing out all of his measurements down, and, really being very thorough. And then she tells me it's still going to be Tuesday. Like, oh no. And I'm just hoping so much that this doesn't collapse in here, because the problem and the reason why it collapsed, termites. It was very obvious by looking at the debris that it was termites. And I know I've had problems with termites in here, which I've sprayed and stuff, and tried to take care of before. But so this entire thing could fall at any minute, and I don't know, and I'm just like, please don't let it fall. Please don't let this fall. I mean, thankfully it was over there in the smaller side of the house, because this is the main area in here where I've got my kitchen and my bedroom. My ex called it the bitchin', which I think is actually quite funny. It is the bitchin'. It's the bedroom and the kitchen. The bitchin'. Oh. Uh-oh. Hopefully I didn't screw something up. I just accidentally unplugged my headphones. So yeah, in the bitchin' area, I hope it doesn't fall. I hope they're able to get to it, because I see all these like lines and places in the ceiling that kind of scare me a little bit. Oh Lord. And it's like literally the ceiling that fell is right on the opposite side of this wall that is right here where my bed is. Excuse me. And I was so thankful that my cats weren't hurt, because they spend a lot of time in that front area. That's where their cat tree is. Actually 2 cat trees. One over here where everything fell, and one in the other corner where it didn't fall, which that's the main one that they use, thank goodness. Because I saw one of the cats, my black cat Oscar, I saw him run in here as soon as that happened. So I was so thankful he didn't get hurt, and my cat Biscuit thankfully didn't get hurt. It took me a while to find Biscuit. I kept calling for him, and I'm like, oh my God, please don't tell me he's underneath that debris. And I was like in here moving the bed out and everything, and luckily I found him hiding under the bed because he was scared. Oh my gosh. But that sound, I'm telling you, that sound. I don't know if any of you have ever been through this before where you've had part of your ceiling collapse. And if you have, then you know what I'm talking about. Excuse me. Got me some electrolyte water. But if you've ever experienced it, then you probably know what that sound sounds like. I mean, it's this rumbling, roaring sound. This sounds like a freaking, what do you call it? I said it earlier, but I can't think of it now. Like a bulldozer or something coming through to demolish a house or something. That's what it sounded like. And oh my gosh, I was like, it just really in shock when it happened. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. It's like, and here I just was talking about in previous videos that I've done recently that I would really like to do a house tour. You know, I was going to get things all, cleaned up. I mean, I keep things really clean. I am like a clean freak. I'm always cleaning, so I always keep things really clean. But I just got my new 360 spin mop that I was going to try out, which I didn't get to because of this, which obviously there wasn't much point when you have dust clouds going everywhere. It would have just been a useless thing. So just got my new spin mop that I've been wanting to try, and I was going to use that, get the floors all clean and stuff, and then I was going to make a walkthrough video, just to show my place, because I was talking about how much I love this house. I really do. I love it. And I really hope it stays standing. And anyway, she said it's going to take a little time, so it's like, I don't know what I'm going to do, because she said they'll get that section done first, and then they'll move over here. So she's like, once they finish that, then I have to kind of try to move myself into there so that they can work in here, which is going to be really difficult because that space in there is like just this small, tiny space. I mean, it's barely wide enough to put my bed and maybe like a little side table, and that's it. There's like no other space in there, which you'll see if I ever get to do my walkthrough. I actually recorded a video right after it happened today, and I was going to put it on in this video, but I played it back and I'm talking too loud. I mean, I'm like really loud because I'm like, oh my God, because I was kind of freaked. So I was talking pretty loud. I wasn't trying to make an ASMR video at that time. I was just like wanting to document what disaster had happened. So, oh my gosh, man, I really hope they're able to get it fixed, and I hope they're able to get all this, because basically she's going to have them redo all of this, the whole place, because if the termites have been eating in there, they've been eating everywhere, so it's like, that's why I say I hope this doesn't fall before they can get in here and fix it, because if it's going to be Tuesday before they can fix that, and then who knows how many days that's going to take. I mean, she said it's only going to take a couple of days, but you know how that goes. They always say, oh, it'll just take us, X amount of days, and then it's always like 3 times that long. I hope it won't be like that. I really hope not, because I mean, it's going to be rough trying to deal with that hole in the ceiling and then being in here paranoid the whole time, thinking at any moment this could collapse, and and this is where I'm going to be. Obviously, I'm going to be in here. And now I'm like paranoid about going out. And what's really crazy was this morning I had gone out on my errands because I needed to go pick up a few things. So I had just gotten back, and I hadn't been back very long, and I was waiting for them to deliver my water, because I get like these big jugs of drinking water. So I go up there, and it's the same place I get my ice at. And I just said, can you deliver my water? So they had just delivered my water, and so I was in there, because that's where the front door is. So I was like in there. I'd gone to get, pay for my water delivery and all that. And I had just come back in here, and I don't think I had been in here more than 5 minutes until that happened. And so it's like, if it had happened like 5 minutes sooner, that stuff would have fallen and hit me in the head. I mean, oh my gosh. I'm sorry to be going on about it, but I've never been through anything quite like this before. I mean, I've been through some, crazy stuff. I mean, I survived Hurricane Hugo back in 1989 that hit North Carolina. I think it hit several states, but I mean, I literally was right in the heart of it when it happened. And I was living in an apartment complex, and there was this gigantic tree that was in between my building and another building that was probably a couple of 100 years old or something. I mean, this thing was huge tree. And it fell. And thank goodness it fell in between the two buildings, because had it fallen onto my building, I would not be sitting here right now, because it would have completely flattened the entire complex of that building. So I have been through some hairy things before, I'll tell you. But, I mean, this just, man. And while I was out, on a lighter note, I had to go to 7-Eleven, and I was just talking in my video I did last night. I did a painting my nails video, so I painted my nails last night. And in the video I was talking about, well, I hope my nails survive through the night, because it always takes so long for them to dry. Well, I had one nail, my thumbnail, got screwed up because I sleep like this, so I'm like holding the pillow. And so it kind of screwed up that nail. But anyway, in the video I was talking about this yellow nail polish that I had seen at 7-Eleven that I was thinking about getting, because it was pretty much the color, the yellow that I wanted. But I didn't get it the other day, so I bought it today. So, I'll show it. I do not use autofocus. Just so you know, I can't stand autofocus. It drives me crazy to see this constant thing like this, so I just won't use it. But you can kind of see. I don't really hear any sound when I shake this. I think there's a little thing in there, but anyway, I was thinking about just painting this thumbnail. The rest of them are all that pearl white color. I was thinking about painting this one thumbnail since I screwed it up anyway, just to see what this yellow looks like. It's kind of cute. It's got this little bow on that little brush handle. I'll try to do this without my glasses, because I left my glasses off this time. We'll see how this looks. And in Thailand, where I live, each day of the week has a certain color, and according to their legends, or whatever, they believe that if you wear a certain color for each day of the week, that it'll bring you good luck. And tomorrow is Yellow Day. And I just totally screwed that up. Let me see. But tomorrow's Yellow Day, so I'm planning on wearing my yellow shirt. Yeah, and I need as much good luck as I can get at this point. Let's see, I don't know if I can see it. I don't know. Anyway, I can't really see it because I don't have my glasses on, and they're just reading glasses, but I haven't gone to the eye doctor to actually get regular glasses, which I really need. Yeah, it always takes, come on now. It always takes a long time for my nails to dry, which is why I don't like painting them. I love to have them painted, but I wish it didn't take so long. Well, we'll see how that looks. It might look awful, I don't know. I probably won't really know what it looks like until tomorrow anyway. But at least I was able to get me some yellow nail polish. I wanted some. Oops. Yeah, I don't hear that little like ball. There's usually like a little ball or something in there that helps to mix it up, but I don't really hear it. Oh gosh. Let me get this. Yeah, so at the moment, my computer desk and a few other things are next door in the empty bungalow. Thank goodness it's empty. Thank goodness she didn't rent it out. Because I'm having to store some furniture and stuff in there right now because there's nowhere in here to put it. I mean, I've got my cat tree in my kitchen and in the bitchin'. I've got my computer, which I finally, once I got that dug out, I spent a little while trying to clean out all that stuff. And I don't have a vacuum cleaner because we have, tile floors. So you just sweep, so I don't have a vacuum. So I was just like brushing out all this dust and stuff out of that. And then I had this thing, which I should have brought it over here, but I need to get a new one anyway because I really used it today. I had bought this thing about, 3 or 4 months ago. That's supposed to be, it's like green slime. And I actually bought it to make a video with, and I never made the video. But it's like this green slime kind of stuff that you use on like keyboards and computer components and stuff to clean it. Because it kind of conforms to it and it sticks onto, whatever dirt or dust and stuff is in there. And then it takes it off. So I thought, well, at this point, I'm desperate, so I'm going to try using this thing. And it actually worked really well. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, it really cleaned things up a lot. And it took a long time to try to get all that dust out of there. And there's probably still some in there I couldn't even get. But once I got it all cleaned up, I hooked everything up and was just crossing my fingers. And thank goodness it actually came on. Kind of gave me some trouble for a while, but it was doing that before. So it might just be, the same problem I was having before this nightmare started. So, but I was just thankful it got turned on. So I put the case back on the front and the back. It's now back on the computer. And I have it all wrapped up in a raincoat. Just, keep it set aside and hopefully keep anything else from getting in it. It's going to be hard to sleep tonight, I think. I think I'm going to be really paranoid all night long that this is going to fall in on me. I mean, all day today I've been just like, keep staring at the ceiling, just like, oh God, please don't fall. Please don't fall. Because if it did in there, I mean, it's like, who's to say it won't here, I mean, oh gosh. I'm not very happy about this. And I'm definitely not happy that it's going to be Tuesday before they can even get started on it. But I'm still thankful that, the cats weren't hurt and I wasn't hurt. Because it could have been much worse. And, thankfully the computer's okay. I'm just glad that it was underneath that L-shaped table. Because the way the table is designed, there's like that corner section that is built specifically to put your computer in that little corner section. So thankfully, that helped to keep things from actually falling on top. It was just the dust and stuff that got in there, which is really bad, but at least it wasn't crushed. Oh, gosh. Okay. So I know I've been rambling on about this for like 25 minutes. But I wanted to tell you about it because, obviously with that happening, I'm not sure what's going to happen with me trying to make videos. I really would like to make a video every day now that I've started back doing it. And I still have, traffic noise and stuff. I am doing this a little bit earlier. It's 11:55 or something p.m. So it's a little earlier than I've been making the other videos I was doing, but whatever. It's always going to be loud around here. So much for my walkthrough video anytime soon. And I was going to make a video, with the 360 mop. I was going to actually try to record some of the mopping just to see how that works and stuff, just to show you. And I was also going to make a video of me making my Southern style sweet iced tea, but it's like right now, with all this stuff happening, I'm not sure what I'll get to do. Assuming that I can remain safe in here. Oh, gosh. So anyway, thank you for listening to my ramblings. And tonight I actually am using my brighter light than I was in my first couple of videos I did. I actually prefer the dimmer light to make these videos because I don't like ASMR videos are supposed to be relaxing, and when there's bright light in the video, it's not very relaxing to me. I'm sure it's fine for a lot of people, but in my opinion, it's like dimmer lighting is better because, some people might want to just listen to somebody talking to go to sleep by. And if there's a bright light in their face, it's going to be harder to go to sleep, so. But I just went ahead and left that on because I'm kind of paranoid. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm going to relax and I'm going to try not to worry. I'm going to try to hope that this gets taken care of before any more damage is done. And hopefully quickly. Because this is really going to turn things upside down for however long it takes for them to do all this work. If they come in and they're going to, I don't know if they're going to rip out this entire ceiling and redo it, or if they're just going to go inside the ceiling, and I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm not thrilled. So anyway, thank you again for listening. And hopefully I can make another video tomorrow or something, and maybe it'll just be an update. I like doing these kind of videos. For me it's enjoyable just to sit and talk about stuff. It feels like hanging out with friends and just chit chat, whatever. So anyway, I think I just got a message from my sister because I sent her the video of the disaster zone, so she probably is replying now. So thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.